Okay, so level one, I wanted to give you an assignment today. Um, I'm going to start by just going and looking at the assignment on your Google Classroom page. Um, your assignment is an assemblage or collage or both self portrait. Um, So I created a little website for you, and I'm going to go straight to there. This is the site here. I'm just going to go to a new tab where it's already open. Um, so your assignment is to create an assemblage 2D, 3D self-portrait from observation using found objects or collage elements. Your self-portrait can include objects that express your feelings, emotions, and identity. Mixed media is encouraged, must be a wall hangable or wall ready piece. Um, it just means that it needs to be able to be hung on a wall. So it has one flat surface and you could add a lot of different things to it. Now, I wanted you to know what an assemblage was. An assemblage is an art made by assembling disparate elements. And I took this from the Tate. Sorry, I took this from the Tate um, website, and I thought it was a great definition of what an assemblage is. And so these objects can have a lot of meaning if you want them to, or they cannot have a lot of meaning. The most important thing is that you understand that assemblage means that you're taking found objects and putting them together to create something. A lot of you already know what a collage is. A collage describes both the technique and the resulting work of an art in which the pieces of paper, photographs, fabric, or anything is arranged and stuck down onto a supporting surface. So um, you could use just about anything for a supporting surface, a piece of wood. I was suggesting like your Bristol board is a relatively sturdy piece of something that you could attach to. I think you all have 11 by 14 paper. Um, so because of the media that I'm asking you to use, and you can combine these, you could do assemblage and a collage. There's kind of a fine line there. There's not really. I don't think any of us are gonna pick at you on which one you use. You could use both of them. The important thing is that you're using your expression as an artist, and you're also using your eyes to see yourself and to describe yourself with the objects and with the paper or collage elements. So you can incorporate like 2D media, be it drawing, um, be it whatever you have in your just about whatever you can get your hands on. You can make a collage using drawings and different things like that and add objects. And so I'm going to show you a few artists that are attached here. Really important artists that's still around. Betty Saar, I had the honor of meeting her right before the pandemic started, literally like right before it started almost. And this is a video about Betty Czar. She's a really amazing assemblage artist, and um, her works. I felt this particular piece that you're seeing here, I thought was particularly nice because it talked about. She has some work that art that's in this video that talk about kind of like her identity and like what that means and how that looks. And some of it was kind of from observation at the particular time. Or you could see that, she definitely had an image that was, created using this idea of what she looks like. And then this video is just kind of talking about the assemblage process that is a little bit more in depth. You do not have to watch all these videos, but I did want you to see this first video here, and just to know who Betty Star is. And then Mr. Pirelli, I put this series, Head Games, I thought was nice to see, because Mr. Pirelli uses a lot of collage and assemblage type processes in his artwork. And you can see all of these different layers here, and how like all of this work is put together in order to make one image. So I thought that this was a perfect example of, like, you can see the hardware here. You can see all of these different like rips. So there's a lot of different information in here, and a lot of the work that Mr. Pirelli does is from direct observation. And y'all all have Mr. Pirelli as a teacher, so you kind of know some of the things that you're expected to do in class. But I thought that this was a nice example. Mr. Pirelli was nice enough to share some of these. And really, a lot of your teachers, your 2D teachers, and some of your 3D teachers are really into assemblage. I don't know if there's really a teacher you have that doesn't use some kind of assemblage or collage in their work. But just thought I would show that from Mr. Pirelli, which is really awesome. And then Zach Friedman, I thought I would share some work. You can see here, these are all objects. There's a few artists out there that do these works that are super color and plastic based. You're using like recycled materials. You can see like this is like an old phone in here. You kind of see like, pill containers, Legos, all these like caps. There's a lot of like caps and different things. And if you know anything about recycling, you know that caps are one of those things that people throw away a lot. So I thought these were interesting and cool to show. You could take this approach if you wanted to. And then I thought that also another artist was Hannah Husch. Actually, I'm not saying her name right. I should be able to, because my German should be a lot better. But Husch is I forget. I just excuse my bad pronunciation. But this German artist, is data artist, is amazing and one of the most famous collage artists out there. And even though I don't know, you should watch this video. It's very interesting. If you wanted to watch it, it's not required, but I just thought you would get something from it. So just thinking about this, like timeline wise, like this was in 1930. So just imagine this whole world of collage was not really a thing in the art world that much. So this particular period, actually the 20s, like the 1919, 1920s, is kind of when she came onto the scene in a really big way. And it's really important to know that this artist did a lot of work and accomplished a lot when the art world was really male dominated. So that's also one reason why I chose Betty and Hannah to show you, is because the two artists that were underdogs in a lot of ways in kind of the mainstream art world, who are very, very influential today. So and this is another artist, kind of like the Zach Freeman, Kirkland Smith. One of the reasons why I liked this artist was because she like kind of has like a blog and asks people for different materials. Like you can see here, like forks and like little. She collects all kind of different objects, and she gets people to donate a lot of these objects to her. So I thought it was kind of interesting. You see like toys and different things in here, but there's a lot of like color selection that's involved in the process. I think this might be a like Kindle or something like that there. But you could see if you kind of look deeply here, you can see all the different and links to their sites are on here too. Um, this is kind of a artist I just thought was interesting that just had pieces of wood um, and kind of did this kind of portraiture type work. And so I thought this was kind of like, Picasso-esque. I mean, Picasso gets a lot of credit for doing the like assemblage type of thing, but it's been around for a long time. So I mean, it's been around, before Picasso. That a lot of the African artists used a lot of like found objects from different things. So, but this artist I thought was kind of cool to see some of the like um, different materials and found objects combined with paint. So, but that's pretty much all I have on this page. Now, this project I really, really want to emphasize to express yourself. This is a project where you need to do two things. We want to see that you're looking at yourself, and then we also want to see that you're expressing yourself and being creative with the materials that you have. Very important thing that I have outlined here is that I have on Google Classroom, you can see there's some different found objects. And then make sure you're safe. I say here, like, make sure you're safe from COVID and you're not, like, don't use a bunch of, like, forks and different things that you found in somebody's trash or something like that to make your project. Don't do that. Use items that you have that you own. Let's say you have a whole thing of Mardi Gras beads or a whole bunch of magazines. Your mom or somebody in your household, it's very important, has a bunch of objects. You can use those objects to create your project. And you can start off with maybe a 2D outline sketch, like a linear line sketch, just to map out what you want to do on your surface and then go from there. Another thing is glue and tape. It'd be nice if you didn't leave glue or tape visible on your pieces. And then remember, you do have, all of you have 3D with me, Miss Nikki, and Miss LeBlanc. So you know that you do have hot glue. So you can use that. If you, by any reason, like by any chance, don't have those things, don't have a few like hot glue sticks or something, you can call the front desk at Noka and arrange a time to go grab some hot glue sticks that are in the purple cabinet in the canteen. But you need to call the front office. You can't just show up to school. And it needs to be at whatever time Miss Yvette in the front office tells you. And really, it'd be nice if you emailed one of your like me and told me you needed something, because I could always figure out a way for you to get the material if you need it. But that's pretty much it. One idea I wanted to just point out was like, you could, if you didn't have anything and you're like, all I have is like my Bristol board and some push pins or something, you could use that and just use push pins. Um, so just kind of be creative with this and have fun.